Hello, welcome to another video of Masterly! Yay! Today I'm gonna be playing against Ripperli, a German guy that I met in Berlin as well during the Go Fest. Cool guy. He's also very good at the game. I played him a couple times. Not sure where, but he usually knows what he's doing. So this is gonna be exciting. He's from the Guerrilla Garbadors, the top German faction. And let's take a look at these teams real quick. He doesn't have as many Master League mons as most Master League specialists, so he's already, what's the right word? Crippled? Is that the right word? He already has a disadvantage. He already has a disadvantage when playing Master League. I'm not sure if they really have a Master League specialist over there with a lot of Pokemons to use. Anyway, he used Mewtwo a lot and Kyogre, so I brought Lugia. This is my first Shondo actually too, so I'm excited to use it this time. Lugia is the bulkiest Pokemon by far, but also pretty bait dependent in some of these matchups, like Kyogre. Kyogre is easy claps if you land the Aeroblast, but if Aeroblast gets shielded, you lose it. So there's that. I didn't bring my Primarina this time. I thought he wouldn't really build weak to that again as usual, but he did, right? It would have beaten... it could have beaten Groudon, Dragonite, Kyogre, and Walls Gyarados, so kind of unfortunate I didn't bring that. I decided last minute to go for Garchomp instead for his Melmetal, which he did bring. But on a high level, it looks like his Dragon Tail Groudon would beat almost everything on my line. It would even beat the Giratina. It does way worse against my Metagross though, and I believe it's slightly worse against my Mamoswine because it doesn't get to the Fire Punches as quickly. So I'm definitely expecting that. Kyogre is just a strong generalist, and then he could probably take a third of choice, probably the Togekiss. Gyarados is pretty strong if it avoids my Melmetal, which he probably expects. It still loses to Lugia. Lugia on my side, on the other end, is very good. Only hard loses to Melmetal. So we're gonna see a lot of those, Lugia and Groudon. Let's take a look at these battles. Let me forward it real quick to where the battles actually started. Here we go. We got my Mamoswine into his Groudon. I am expecting the Dragon Tail here. I don't expect him to stay in though. He probably is playing some sort of ABB line, and there comes the Melmetal safe swap. I already know this is very likely Kyogre in the back. He's trying to bait out my only, I was gonna say my only dragon, but obviously I also have Garchomp, but I didn't bring that, and I think he knows that. I think he didn't expect the Garchomp, so this is a very good matchup for Giratina. The Rock Slides, this used to be kind of neutral before the Rock Slide nerf a couple seasons ago, but after the Rock Slide nerf, this is a pretty good matchup for Giratina. As you can see here, the Shadow Claws add up. The Shadow Ball is gonna do a ton of damage here. I would still survive another Rock Slide, and he's smart. He's smart. He wants farm or he wants the KO. We just saw that Melmetal wins CMP over Giratina, and he is at 2 Rock Slides now, so then he could throw back to back, and that would be bad for me. Here I think my internet just dropped or something, and I'm getting massive lag. I'm trying to throw the Shadow Ball, but it's not going well. Luckily still get it off. I luckily still get it off, so that's good. I need this damage a lot. It's gonna do a very good chunk of damage, but the Groudon with energy against my Mamoswine is kinda yikers. Good thing that his Soul Lugia answer now is gone, because if he safe swapped Kyogre and I brought in my Giratina, it actually would have been very tricky because I would not really have an answer to that Melmetal then. But there's the Kyogre, and here we're gonna see the power of Lugia. It is 500 CP low, almost 500 CP lower than this Kyogre, but its stat distribution is the highest in the game. I think it reaches about 10,000, maybe even more. And as you can see, the Dragon Tails non-stab from a defensive Pokemons do about as much as the Waterfalls from Kyogre that are stab, and Kyogre is pretty offensive weighted, so it shows how bulky Lugia just is and how much it hangs well with the other big legendaries. You can take these moves pretty easily. I know he's at 2 Surfs or a Blizzard here. I'm expecting Blizzard because what do you need Thunder for, right? Probably Blizzard also hits Giratina should you need to. So yeah, go for the sky attack here again. This barely doesn't take it out. And now it becomes tricky. I know he just threw his move, so he's not going to shield there. So I swap into the Mamoswine immediately. I need to get that shield as soon as possible. If I let myself get farmed down or something, or get KO'd, he would just outpace me. So I can't have that happen. The Dragon Tails don't do enough that he can farm me down. I would survive the next Dragon Tail and get to the Avalanche. So very well played by him throwing it right here. But I have the Sky Attack stored. I don't think I died to a Fire Punch, but I would have died to the Surfs after, probably. However, this is going to take it out. Lugia is very dominant against Groudon in general, whether it's at Mudshot or Dragon Tail. Obviously, Mudshot will be even better for Lugia. So yeah, that's a game well played. And pretty RPS from Mice. Well, I just RPS him, basically, right? Lugia isn't really at Kyogre hard counter, but I had the favorable lead and the second swapping. Or the second matchup. So, good team comp by me. My teammate, the Nut93, was suggesting Melmetal lead with Giratina on the back. That would have died to Dragon Tail Groudon. So, good thing I didn't do that. Here we go. We got now Lugia into Kyogre. This is not great because I'm expecting Groudon in the back. So I swap into my Giratina. Right, he must cover the Giratina in the back. And in comes the Gyarados. This is not the worst matchup, just because Giratina has crazy stats. But yeah, I'm throwing the Ominous Wind here because I would think he had Dragon Pulse. That he thinks I have Dragon Pulse, but I don't, and he calls it, and I get the boost. That's exactly what I probably need to win this matchup here, because I want my Melmetal not on Groudon. I am expecting Groudon. There's no reason to not bring Groudon here. Very risky Pokemon to bring from Ripperli. Ever since Melmetal is unrestricted, Gyarados is very risky to bring because there's just always Melmetal. Melmetal is crazy strong nowadays. Very good counting by him as well. CMPing with me on the next Ominous Wind. Gyarados actually the sole reason I didn't want to bring Metagross in here, because Metagross even does fine against Dragon Tail Groudon, but it walls my Metagross, so can't really bring it there. This is a double boosted Shadow Ball and will do massive damage if it goes unshielded. So I feel in a pretty good spot here. Even lets that go. He's gonna try to sweep with the Kyogre. I don't know exactly what he is expecting, but if you think you can just piss on Lugia, that's not gonna happen. Lugia is something else. Yeah, I thought I timed my move well here, but visuals screw me over, so he gets an extra waterfall. But Ripperli is a nice guy. He gives me a free Tuncho back, so I guess I have that going for me, which is nice. But yeah, he has to deal with a Lugia in the back as well. I will get to another Thunderbolt here, or yes, throw. And now that he threw, I will outpace to the Arrow Blast. He still has a Fire Punch stored, but that's not gonna do it. Right, he has to get off. Yeah, he needs to get the Blizzard off. Blizzard will do about 60 to 70%, I believe. So to Lugia, that's how bulky it is. And this is not it. He's just trying to stall the clock so he can potentially catch. And I'm basically waiting for it. I know he's not at the Thunder, so, or Surf, so there's no reason for me to throw. And that's it. If he has a Surf now, he would win, but he did not have it, so yeah, the Ominous Wind really won me this game, honestly. I should not have had this game, for sure. He called the bait, and that's where my win should have already ended, basically. Alright, let's see. I think it took me a while to queue in here. Alright, here we go. We got Lugia again into Groudon. This is a fantastic matchup because Fire Punch, you may have seen it earlier, does like 5% damage, does nothing. I bring in my Thunderbolt Melmetal into this Kyogre. Now do mind, this is a wrong switch by me. Melmetal does not win this matchup, even with Thunderbolt. Even with Thunderbolt, you do not win this matchup. But if shields are down, Giratina's okay, is slightly better against Groudon, just because I outpace way more than he does. In comes another Thunderbolt. And he knows it. He knows it. He knows that Kyogre takes his matchup. Do I shield? Yes, I do shield. I want to try to keep that alignment. So here's the thing. You know when Kyogre swapped in, he got a Dragon Tail on him. So what's gonna happen here is he dies with the Surf right there. Right? If he didn't catch that Dragon Tail on it, didn't catch the Dragon Tail, he would have gone to that Surf and wins the matchup. So here I make a small misplay. I should throw my moves immediately so he gets less farm. I was like, but then now my Fast Boost does more, but obviously Thundershock does nothing. Not my sharpest moment, honestly, but it's the small things like Lugia versus Groudon still so dominant. I do expect him to run Fire Blast, to be honest, but let's see. And in comes his Melmetal. That's game. That's game. Because Melmetal's not gonna win this. Groudon is not gonna win against Lugia. And he knows. He knows it's over. That's game. That's game over. So I think I've been very lucky in all 3 games. My matchup was not great here. It was pretty RPS, I would say. More from my side. I really needed alignment versus that Groudon. And he needed alignment versus my Lugia. Second game I should not have had. I should not have had. I'll admit that. He knows it too. He knows he should have had that game. But yeah, I got it. We hacking a lot of RNG, right? So yeah, that's the semi-final bout. We'll have the last one next week. Thank you for watching and have a good one.